Alright, let's get started. Roll the intro. Hello there, I'm Kevin V, and welcome to this Monday video. The one of many as I implement this new schedule of Monday and Friday videos to a week. Now, while I was sick last week, I kind of, didn't want to be able to appear too much. I kind of said fuck it and did that. But eventually I went to bed early, and I did something that I don't normally do often, and that is watch TV. A lot of my entertainment comes from YouTube or other internet sources, sometimes even watching old shows I used to watch as a kid, or old anime that I kind of missed, or hey, it might be fun to watch again. But I very rarely watch TV because I don't know, I get bored what's on. But this time it was interesting. I was on the network that I have on the TV called Action, which actually has some pretty interesting stuff. A lot of action, as the name will, say. And this time it was definitely action. It was definitely interesting. It was the Guinness World Records Unleashed, which looked to be a show about Guinness World Records, which is a sort of record company that holds world records of some sort. A lot of people have them. Okay, not a lot of people, but certain people have these world records, Guinness World Records, for doing something and whatnot. On YouTube, CTFXC, Charles Trippy and Ali Trippy, I guess now, they have one for their consecutive vlogs that they've done for the past couple of years. So that's kind of cool to see that too. What this show is about is actually people trying to get into this sort of exclusive club of having a world record. So they do these different challenges and whatnot, and it's kind of cool to see. It's kind of like a talent show slash not, in a way, because there's only two commentators. One has a little bit of insight, a female commentator. She has insight on stuff and whatnot. The other is more of a comedian, doesn't really know what's going on too much, or just wants to say stuff that's funny. You got your classic host for a show, and then you got some guy, I think named Stu or something, who's I guess the official for Guinness to make things official and whatnot. He just announces the rules and then times them and whatnot to ensure, kind of like the referee in a way. So it's very interesting to see some of these stunts and records that people are trying to break. And a few that I saw on the episode was pretty interesting. One was a yoga master who I think was Yogi Laser or some shit. I forget the name, but this guy was basically trying to fit himself into a box, a very small box, in under 10 seconds or something like that. Or 8 seconds, I think, actually, was what it was. He's just trying to fit in there, and his opening little thing, which was preparing, was opening his chi, which was very interesting. I wasn't sure what the heck he was doing. I guess he was opening his chi, though in fact all I thought he was doing was having his eyes wide open and his brain turning to mush. But it is interesting, that and breaking the sound barrier. But he did do it. I think he did it successfully. It was very interesting to see that too. It was like boom, boom, close the lid and whatnot. It was very fast. Another record that I saw somebody trying to beat, which was more of a main event because of how extreme this record he was trying to beat was. I guess the guy is called Half Animal or something. It looks like he has a YouTube channel, actually. And he has 3 world records standing right now. And in this episode, he was trying to go for his 4th. Who knows how many he has now, but he's trying to go for his 4th. And what he was trying to do was break temp glass or some kind of glass and go through as many panels as he could in a certain amount of time. I think it was a minute or whatnot. And he'd been training so hard, but this stunt, it ended in disaster. Like, there was a lot of hype build up to it that they were doing in the episode, but it ended in disaster. He went for his first one and he broke it, but the way he landed was kind of like boom or something. Like, he pretty much knocked himself out by the looks of it in a way. Like, he was conscious too, but I mean, it's just, he couldn't move very well, and they had to get paramedics and they got him the hell out of there. So it was a very interesting ending to the show, but this show seems to have some interesting records that people try to break. Another cool thing is that they kind of showed some records that, well, don't go in the show and don't go on because of they can't be done. They have to be done around the world. They have to be, that easily accessible to do. Maybe not that easy to do. And so one of them is, which I've seen on YouTube before, I think is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. And that is Roman candles or fireworks in somebody's ass. Like literally shoving something in their ass or something, like holding their ass holding and lighting Roman candles or fireworks of some sort with their ass. You know, like, sorry, their ass holding it. And it's just like, what the fuck? I don't know sure if people really know this, but you got ass hairs, okay? What happens if you lit those on fire? What happens if something went wrong and you lit your ass on fire? I don't even think the spiciest taco you can find and the bad aftermath that would create would probably simulate how much pain your ass would be in if it was lit on fire, and how stupid you would have to be to explain to your doctor or whatever physician to say, yeah, I kind of lit a firework, it was in my ass. Yeah, I just found out one of the most retarded things. They showed it and whatnot, and it's like, how is that going to be a world record? Anyway, like, that's just stupid as fuck. So that brings me to the question of the day for you. How many fireworks do you think you lit with your ass? No. The question of the day is actually, what world record do you think you could break or hold or create or whatnot? And do you think you can actually do that? Do you think you can actually successfully break it and whatnot? For me, I think if there's some world record for flipping pancakes or whatever amount of flips in the air, I might have a chance. Probably not. I'm pretty good at doing that with a pan, but I'm not so talented. So comment that down below, as well as if you want to tell me how many fireworks you want to shove in your ass as well. You can comment that down below, and while you're there, you can hit the like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you want to hear me talk about firework asses even more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. But thank you. Everybody who watches, thank you. If you watch, if you share, great. If you like and comment, that's even freaking better. But thank you all who watch. I'm grateful.